Good afternoon. My name is Tammy, and I'd like to welcome you to Sewfly's Unique Boutique. Today, this is a FlossTube extra about my plans this weekend, and I hope that you join me. I was thinking a lot about it, and I got a lot of ideas went through my mind, and while I was in the shower a little bit ago, because it's normally where I have my best thoughts, I thought that everybody has their favorite designers. I have mine, you have yours. So I thought doing a favorite designer weekend, which starts on Friday, the 15th at noontime and ends Monday, the 18th at noontime. So it's 4 days of working on any whips from your favorite designer. They don't have to be full coverage, but if that's what you like and you have a favorite designer like Randall Spangler or Ann Stokes or Amy Stewart or whomever, then that would be a good time to work on it. If you only have one whip, but it's still your favorite designer, work on that whip all weekend. Just whatever you do, try to send me a picture at either sewflysuniqueboutique on Instagram, or you can email them to me at sewflysuniqueboutique@gmail.com, or you can send them to my Facebook, which is Sewfly's Unique Boutique on Facebook. I will make sure and put everything down in the description box below. So, what I want to do is I'm going to spend a weekend with Mrs. P. Mrs. Peggotty. I love Mrs. Peggotty's designs. They're awesome. Most of the ones that I have are all Wonderland based, but I do have one that is not. And there's another one that I'm thinking about getting, which is David Bowie's character in The Labyrinth. It was one of my favorite movies. It still is one of my favorite movies. I haven't watched it in a while, but between Hocus Pocus, The Labyrinth, anything Harry Potter, anything Alice in Wonderland, I'm hooked. I'm literally hooked. Love all that stuff. So, let's start out, shall we? I do have a picture. This is the Cheshire Cat. It was inspired by Lewis Carroll's Alice in Wonderland. Created by Elizabeth Stonich. And this is I got this off Mrs. Peggotty's Arts on Etsy. And I'm doing them all on, well, I was doing them on 25 count, but I'm not seeing eye to eye with 25 count right now. So I'm doing these on 25 count. And this one will be the third time I've started this one. So hopefully the third time's charm. We can hope. But I love the smile on the face. His smile is wicked. You know, the curled whiskers are awesome. The colors, but you know what? It is what it is. So, but I'm loving it. So that one is one of the ones that I'm going to try. I am working on, I restarted the Mad Hatter today. And that one I'm getting 300 stitches on today, because in my world today is Wonderland Wednesday. So this is what it looks like when it's all done. If I ever get there. So that one I want to work on. Let's see. Oop. I'll go back this way for a second. Where are you? Are you hiding? Aha. This one is Dracula. There, Bram Stoker's Dracula. Hi. How are you? You gonna say hi? You wanna say hi to everybody? Say hi, Miss Petty's dogs. Anyway, this is Dracula. I started this one a little while ago. I finished my wrestling roundup yesterday, so I needed to spin my wheels. So the wrestler I got was Damien Priest, which is 300 stitches on him, or 300 stitches assigned to him, and then his finishing move that I spun for was Riptide. It's not his real suit. No. The finishing moves are just finishing moves from other wrestlers. Doesn't necessarily mean that all the wrestlers use all the same moves. Oop. And so that's another 300 stitches. So I need to put in 600 stitches on Dracula. And I added to all my wheels yesterday. So now we have 30 wrestlers, 30 finishing moves, and 30 arenas. And my arena, or pay-per-view I should say, the pay-per-view is Dracula. So I need 600 stitches on Dracula. Alright. Another one. Okay, where are they? Come on. Ah, there we go. Now, the other one I want to work on is the Queen of Hearts. This is also from Miss Peggotty. So I'm definitely spending the weekend with Mrs. P. So yeah. The only thing I don't like about this is the very top border is white, and I'm doing white on white. So I'm only doing 10 stitches at a time. I'll do 10 stitches. I'll do 9 half crosses, full cross 10. Then another 9 half crosses, full size 10, and then I'll go back. So I'm only doing about 10 to 20 stitches at once. And double checking every time I count. Now, another one that I might want to start, I'm not quite sure yet, because it doesn't have as much white, well, except for the rabbit. I don't know if I'm going to do this one on 20 count white, or I'm not a big white on white person. I just don't like it because I really can't see it. So I'm actually thinking about possibly doing him on a daffodil that I have. That's 20 count. And then the other one I might start, I'm not sure, is Alic. And of course we have white on this one too. So I don't know. I don't have enough daffodil to do both, so we'll see. So these come to about, you need a piece of material that's approximately 11 by 14 or 11 by 13. So, yeah. So I'm thinking those are what I'm going to do. And then, am I going to be setting a goal? Yes, I definitely have a goal for Dracula, which is 600 stitches. So, and my little board. I'm using purple this time. So, since I'm not quite sure which one I'm going to be starting, I'm going to put them both on here. So, we have Alice. And we'll say 600. Then we have Cheshire. Dracula. $600. And this also depends on how fast I can get that 600 done. That's another thing. And then Queen. Yes. Oh no, wait. Mad Hatter. $600. Oops. And then White Rabbit. I mean, I might not even get to Alice or the White Rabbit. I have enough to do for the whole weekend. I have one a day. And that's usually what I've been rounding it out to, because then I work on other things. I'm trying to get my I Spy challenge completed. I've only done really one. And I'm trying to get my weekly rotation completed. So. Alright. And I did put 600 down. If I get it, I get it. If I don't, I don't. Well, here it is. Alice and the White Rabbit are up in the air right now. Cheshire Cat is a definite. Dracula is a definite. Mad Hatter and Queen of Hearts, if I decide, yes, cool. If I don't, well, I spent all day Monday working on one project. So, why, I don't know. I couldn't put it down. I had to do it. Had to. So, and you all know my affinity for Alice in Wonderland. So what I'd like you to do is to, I don't know, figure out how many you want to do, number one. Number two, if you have more than one designer, because I do. I love Miss Peggotty. I'm very, I love the Blue Flower, Janine McGowan. And I love Plum Street Samplers, Paulette Stewart. I have a lot of those, Blue Flower and Paulette. Plus I have Miss Peggotty. Trying to think. Lena Ova is becoming one of my favorites. Zana Coswell. I've got plenty of hers that I could do. Stitches So Beautiful. I love their work. This morning I ended up getting something from the Cross Stitch Studio. Just one. So I got one. But there was plenty more that I wanted, and I just got the one. I think. So I had plenty of designers to choose from, but since I'll be working on Miss Peggotty for the next few weeks on Wednesdays, I figured with that. And I know today is the 13th, so that could mean dark stitching. I don't normally keep up with that. I stitch what I want to stitch, and that's it. You know, there's no, I mean, yes, I plan out things, but I don't plan them enough to, you know, stifle me anymore. I still do my Motif Monday, which goes on for 8 days. So I work on that project for 8 days. And I still do my Wonderland Wednesday, which is 300 stitches every time I pick it up. So hopefully you'll join me this weekend. Please remember, you know, your favorite designer. If you don't want to give yourself a goal, don't. If you only want to work on one. Like if you have one of those huge library shelf things that Amy Stewart does, and that's all you want to work on, oh, my hat's off to you. My hat is definitely off to you, because I was looking at some this morning, and I'm looking, and I always check the description, you know, because I want to know how big it is. When they're saying 800 by 800, I'm like, I like it, but I don't like it that much, because I probably would die before I finished it. So I don't, no. And so that's why I get small ones. I think the biggest one I have is 400 by 700. And one other that's 550 by 550, or 575 by 575, or something like that. Those are the biggest ones I have right at the moment. I think I have one more that's pretty big. If I ever get to it, I get to it. If I don't, I don't. But I have a couple ideas of, hi, hello, hello. What I would like to do in the next few weekends. The last weekend of the month ends on the 1st September. So I'm thinking about doing, you know, like a pet parade. Animals that can be used as pets, like gerbils and hamsters and dogs, cats, mice, birds, lizards, even the dreaded snake. I hate snakes. You will never see me stitch a snake. Ugh. Oh, the thing that shall not be named. Satan spawn in my eyes. So yeah. So I will be doing my normal Sunday, and I think it's going to be in the afternoon this time, after my daughter's gone with her father when my husband's walking the dog. Because then I can be in my stitchy spot, I can have the good light, and nobody has to look at the back of my project, which I didn't realize that was happening, and I apologize. And it could be longer than a half, 20 minutes. So I don't know what I'll be working on. I really don't. Maybe you'll see how I do a new start. I don't know. I really just don't know. Whatever speaks to me that day. So, like I said, I'm trying to get some of my I Spies done. I have one that I'm almost done with, and I have to work on something that's a little G, and something that's my choice. We'll see. We'll see. Whatever. It's not a given that I have to finish. It's just something that I like to do. So, I will see everybody on Friday. I hope you're having a wonderful stitchy week, and just get that favorite designer out and let's do it to it, people. All right, I'll talk to you on Friday. Keep on stitching on, everybody. Bye.